Broadcast live.
What's up? We out here with my Easy, Does It, Ganda. You know, don't go under. Still down, Tim.
Yeah, I'm good, man. What's up?
You know, chilling,
good to
man.
be here.
It's good seeing
Thanks
you.
for inviting me.
Ish.
Later down.
I was listening to the album Leye Ninywele this weekend, and I was like, God damn, them tracks are classic, B.
Okay.
Dark and blue, dark and love,
yeah.
dark and blue,
Dark or blue.
blue.
The Teargas. Oh.
Yeah,
Down.
it just like it was great. It's just greatness, you know.
Yeah, it was a dope album. Classics in there.
Classic album. I'm just
Even
bringing it up.
songs, though.
I'm just bringing it up just so if people don't know, you were involved in that big album. It just in case.
Yes.
Backward.
Most definitely.
I was listening to that. Pap 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 pap.
Yeah,
You just don't know how great it is until you are away from it. Until like you years away from it.
Yeah, I think so. Like all the time when I hear the song, I'm like, wow, we used to like really do something like this. Yeah, those were the good days.
Like
For real though, like yeah. Mrs. Pan and Amachita, Mrs. Pan.
yes. I didn't go Mrs. Kalisayo.
Ngomampe?
I know when you and I was like, no.
Like I'm touched. Like yabo, I'm honored.
No, I won't lie,
If
bro. I
that
won't
thing
lie.
comes from where now?
I won't lie.
You know?
No, I was listening to it this weekend and I was like,
Because like Namachita's Pomago, Anton.
yeah.
Yeah, like when it comes to hip hop and making sure good hip hop is relevant to classes, so yeah, it's Pomago with that.
Yabong ngilalela ya album leya mfana, I was like, there's no way that you guys won't break up.
Yeah,
It was
happens.
too big.
Cool.
I haven't even gotten to the singles.
Come on, like I know.
Shit.
Those were the days, right?
I mean, that was the magic, man. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
It's the magic. It's
Thank you.
contained the magic.
Thanks.
Solo and understanding when you go solo making
Yeah.
music, how hard is it just to get that motivation just to, let me just add one more line, let me just add this on the chorus, you know, how hard is it just to get into that space?
You know, the motivation will always be there, bro, because music, we sacrifice a lot of things to do in music, most definitely hip hop, because we went against the grain. As Katoguti, everybody didn't believe we hip hop, and there was Kwaito out there. Guti, come on, you can just do Kwaito and be famous. But I wanted to tell stories. I wanted the music. Guti Nyawamamela every day, and the beats that really resonate with my mind and everything. But I loved Kwaito, and that's why I still do Kwaito songs even today. And if you are Mamela from Teargas, all of those days, even my flows are Kwaito flows, you know. So for me, Nanje, inspiration is always there, like motivation is always there, because at the end of the day, things that we see every day, things that we go through, things that people say about us, like Nanje, like life every day, like life challenges, so they're always there. So motivation is always there for me.
When you guys were working as a group and you were putting together that album, which I think that it's you know, there are albums in South African history that have to be mentioned, you know, and you guys were big, but did you see that album being what it was, you know? And I know I'm backtracking because it was sentimental for me. I felt like I knew how big it was, but 4 years later I was like, this thing was amazing. This is why these guys broke up. You know what I mean? These songs are too big to stay together.
Wow, like thanks, man. Like, you know, like as I'm saying, like to me, Game and Jezoma I know, like after coming up with like such prime ideas, such high quality ideas, and with people like Abo Dugza, KO, you know what I mean? Like those days, those guys used to produce Kakulu. They would come with beats, and I would go like, "Yo, Bafetu, let's be on it." And for me, mostly Spansam was like really I have to make sure ukuthi amachita we humble them. Let's stay relevant to the hood more than anything. Let's tell the stories as asekasi. And let's sense hip hop the way abantu base South Africa bazoyithanda ngakhona. And let it resonate with the people more than anything. And the album came, and even with ingoma like abomhlobo wami, you know, we just went against the grain with hip hop and said, you know what, we South African, we want like an African sound more than anything. Though we got a lot of backlashes from Abanbe hip hop, and of which they were in like good spaces that time, and but those records were big. And if you check Teargas from when we started, like vele we always had challenges about the industry abantu vele because besiphume kasi, and we didn't go to I didn't go to a private school, and we didn't know the right people. Only people abebasazi and abantu believe against abantu abafana nani, because we used to go to sessions together, and then you will see us rap. So and for Teargas, from the first album, you know, it changed. If you check out how big it was, got cool in the hood, and the stories that we told, and we didn't get. It was, the song was big, the album was big, but the album wasn't that big that we could get like Kiko, because even from the hip hop side of it, with Amachita will accept that much because we've got like too much Kwaito influence in this product, and they didn't know Guti. This is really like the future of South African hip hop.
Now the bodies are there, right? You got KO. I mean KO, Mr. Swagger Nova, Teargas. He's a backpacker. He's a backpacker.
Mr. Perfection.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Even if even on a swagging song, he's always got that punchline. Even if I hear Sheila, you know, and then you've got to bring the hood together. I mean, to bring all these elements, everybody's there. When I listen to this, I just wish that I could just see you guys again.
Most
making
definitely.
Music.
That's what people are saying.
Right what would it take though? Is it time just to get together and sit down, because the bodies are there, the minds are there, you know?
More than anything, we just need to just chill, like let it be natural, you know. Like the brotherhood must come back. I'm just happy to see. I chill with Teargas now. I go to his house, bring my kids, blow me the whole day, let the kids swim, young tola, pry, and things like that. Just to bring the vibe back more than anything, because more than anything, so that vibe between me and I has to be there, and the love, young tola, between us, and try to see reunite again spiritually, before we make the music, so that we connect God. And for me, because we are in that process right now, I would tell the people that it's easy to do that, because we are in that process. So after that, obviously studio time. If you I think I've got this, my man. I think we can do this idea, and it's all about that for me. More than anything, we just have to connect as brothers spiritually, and as an issue to me, the connection that I have with my brothers right now that's what is important. And I don't want to pressurize them and say, yo, let's do this. I just want that to come naturally. Do you think we can sample it and do like a quiet, like Teargas song, it's just something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you're saying that. And I'm glad you guys also say that, because when everybody asks, it's like I go, we gotta find the brotherhood.
Cool. It's just
because that's what it's not. We're not a music group. We're brothers.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And the love must be there, because Masugu, it's all about business, isn't it, Jalo? I think we're gonna start footy from,
backwards.
Backwards, and like now we're doing everything. Yo, let's check. Yo, hey, the splits, the words, and all of those business things. At the end of the day, because of where we are as human beings, and the way we were programmed from way back. But since greedy over money, when you see money, you think, now I'm the better man. I'm better than this guy. I can't it's not about money at the end of the day, young Tola. It's all about you and what can you equip yourself with? What are you learning every day, young Tola, mentally, more than anything, and spiritually? It's all about that at the end of the day. And Inyungu will always be there if you know yourself and you're growing yourself spiritually, you're growing yourself mentally, and of which you're equipping yourself in knowledge more than anything.
Maravoni sometimes and I mean I know people but they talk about Inyungu, but Manga Kabung is a grind, right? Let's say in 100%. Singana next or slays so machit. You know machita masilanda lento lena ne. Mele city masi 33%, 99%.
Yeah.
No matter 1 rand.
Yeah.
No matter 10 million. Then the one who literally turns, it's not money. They're just going against the agreement.
Yes.
It's not even mad. You just not aligned with the agreement. Because it is inevitable. Melanie Kulumi mad. But Melanie Kulume from the beginning, you know, guys, if Skylander foot dieting, if we had to split Yonkin, as for Melanie go Yonkin, from the start. Yeah. And then it's not Pindas Kuluming mad.
Most definitely.
It's not Pindas Kuluming mad.
So you ask when what's in for you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then when I'm also Kuluming mad, which could so
problem, yeah.
Problem. And
or Koninteza. Yeah, I know those situations.
So was it there to an
why so kind? And the way make sure hey son, hey, this nigga calling me out like this. What's happening? Is there any money coming, nigga? No, man, I'm just making sure shit's straight. You know what I mean?
Why am I just so bad?
It's always like that, bro. But at the end of the day, it's all about respect. Kakulu if you sebenza nabanya band, and the sebenza nabanya band is the most important thing about, which is collaborating and. Just like little spirit of loving each other and people seeing it from outside. They can even just like that energy, that good energy, it rub it off into them. So for me, it's very important to show people unity, to show people love. If lapo for the unity corner, fear. There's someone raising their voices, someone trying to flaws me I can speak better. That's where the problem starts. People are not allowed to be individuals and because if you're an artist already you're a boss. Like you don't, because you're creating this thing from your heart, from your soul. This thing is yours. And you're expecting a lot from it. And if you go to moon to tell you, take care of this one, and you want to rule that person, that's when the problem starts. So much that we just don't understand. We have to respect each other more than anything, love each other, which is sad. If it's normal kanjani angifuni ukuthi umjita abe blind, because if ngibhekela wena surely now uzofunda ukuthi I have to ngibhekele my cousin, ngibhekele bani, and that thing grows to a community, grows to the whole nation. Sabhekelana and lento leyo I understand. Njoba ngisho ukuthi the more cooler, the more born ukuthi isn't as important. Man, okay, imali na isohlala ikhona. But okay, now when as a human being where are you? Like mentally, where are you? Like are you the person abangathi abantu noma ungahamba today but yo ma used to created this, created that, and so for me khona manje, that's what is important more than anything. Like what am I gonna leave behind? Am I just gonna let people or I'm just like gonna let myself, even people just gonna let myself disappoint myself, to disappoint my kids. Or Fuguti, I had like so much potential to reach like my potential, even go past it. So for me now, I feel Fuguti more than anything about funega respect. Funega respect, not hand. So like of which yaleka kakhulu gaming, because sonke khona manje speaking sonke speak ukuthi yo is slicker, I'm better than slicker, and khona manje it's not about that. It's good. Yabo asimo states so South Africa there's a lot of things to fix, more than just good is flossela, more than just good thing driver, more than so. But the more you grow, the more you see things, and you're gonna act better, and you invest your time, you invest your spirit, your mind, your everything into growing yourself.
I mean, I'm glad you're saying that. I mean, now that you are in the game, you've always found a way to integrate yourself with new guys in the game. But besides yourself, Questa, maybe one may say Black Liz, in the mainstream, where do you think Ikasi is in hip hop?
For me now, I feel like into Ikasi, they ain't celebrating what Questa is doing. Because if they were celebrating what Questa is doing, multi-platinum, selling guy, like selling over quite even sales, it was like unreachable for hip hop. So Konamanje, I see them trying to chase cool. Young Tola for Tina, we were chasing cool, but we knew how to be real. We knew Guti culture in the soul. This is what we have to preserve as South Africans, not just as hip hop. Hip hop is there, will always be there. We will appreciate that. Young Tola, but as South Africans, is full of own.
So you feel that like Manje, there's this. I always say,
I think genuine rappers. I want to hear more
questions.
questions. I want to hear more kid X's. Like Lama flow, like slow flows, wondrous flows. I want to hear boys about Kamuga Epiri with nothing in their pockets, trying to flow like that. No matter what to flow, go home. No matter what flow, go house. It doesn't matter to me. But there is a culture to preserve. For me, no problem. I'm good. If you put kasi and you know yourself, there's a culture to preserve. No matter hip hop. That's why about Basse South there was hip hop, but when about trap. And the channel say to yo trap, you learn to out there. I let you method man and find out that to understand what things on. But about a young cheesy, they kept on going, Gucci and. At the end of the day, I turned, Young Cheesy. Did you hear that new Young Cheesy? Did you hear? Let's say Florida. Young Tola, Young Tola about Juicy J and things like that. And we got close to them because they represented trap and they didn't change it until Abantu. Now it dominates the world. Their sound dominates the world. Everybody who would say, I want to get into the club and be cool. They want to do trap.
Mainstream hip hop Silva because all those things is a trap. They're not close to a gas. You understand? It's almost like it becomes Wonderland, the hip hop.
No, I mean, you're about interest for an analysis which wants a trap, like something influenced. Like if you're a hip hop guy, you can do a song like that, but don't do a song like that and say, well, now, this is what really represents me.
But you see, the more you see success through trap, where we used to see success through maybe Abu Jay-Z, whoever. The more you see success through trap, you start thinking that we should melling to gold, we should melling to Maratina. We always just say we should melling bad.
No,
like I'm just saying.
I understand. Like the way we beg on a corner, and I'm saying, which if you celebrating Interset South Africa, let's celebrate. If you're Pumekasi. If you saying when I'm all about the hungry people, I'm all about helping the people and I want to speak to them and tell them about their problems. Let's celebrate Questa.
Does our current hip hop though, especially in the mainstream, because those are the guys that are pushing. Do you think our current hip hop represents that though right now?
Most definitely.
Yeah,
I think so, because that's why even about songs like about Auntie, they're doing great because people resonate with those songs more.
So right now you've been dropping singles. What's going on with Maeve from a music perspective? I'm sure everybody will be happy to know that at least in your Brian and Machita, WhatsApp group Teargas.
Yo, I wish we can get there like quite soon. That's a good idea.
Started with the WhatsApp group. Okay, also bona na yawo. Kenzala. Vula le WhatsApp group itale kanjani. Creep upon him.
Good idea. Yeah. No. Kana manje with music, should manje, people know Guti. I've just released a new album, 212. But I've released the video, a promo from Township Councillor, because I felt with that song, like, which is too big to let it go. And I couldn't push it ngalesa sikhathi because of all the problems that we had. I couldn't like push township councillor because that record had to Umuzi, it had Kid X, and people know what happened. And for me, and I was like, yo, this song represents me so much. I love the beats, the Kwaito influence. I love Kid X on it. I love how Umuzi brought that brand of Fasi, feel in it.
You love those kids though. When I look at you, I feel you genuinely love those kids.
Kakulu, like for me, it's all about love more than anything. But as I've told you, if you don't spread that, that's where the problem starts. And if you push anything in fear, that's where the problem starts. If anything,
I mean, and I'll tell you why. You know what was dope for me is that Bengfonelu Spoo the other day, Spoo the Rock, who was his manager, and I wanted them to do something, you know. And it was the day you were shooting the video. But I appreciated Spoo was like, no, I'm fine. That day is shooting video. So he made it sound like a video, but you know, I was like, no, my E is shooting video, so you know, Numus has to be there, whatever. But I just appreciated that, like, you know, I mean, it's like there's no matter what people say, they've got that, yo, Mai is important in our agenda, and we can't do what you got to do because that's it. And for me, you know, those things matter. It's small things that, like, you know, and let me tell
you this, with them, it's like Jenny. Young talk, because they come to my house, we chill. Smooth, I come to my house, we chill as well. You know, Moons, they can come to my house. Like, she was there like last week. And for me, I spread love more than anything because I know Guti, that's the only way to solve anything. That's the only way Guti as a starter tina as hip hop is big as for so I understand Abanya Bantu, you know, they're all about, hey, I have to flex my power, I understand, but for me,
around this circle.
For me, it's not about that. That's why my E is still here today, because I just represent who I am. Nyaz with Mpumakas, Nyaz with Bankuli Senjam. And I will always represent that. That's why even anybody, I show anything on me. It's a very fun, sharp. Young told ilanga lakho zomfikela yabo if kunjalo but uNkulunkulu nje abenayo. I'm just that guy.
I mean, just to wrap it up, you've been talking about love. When you getting married?
Yo, man. Man, I have to do it soon though.
Soon?
Yeah, like I have to be a family man soon, bro. I'm planning on it. Like, for real though.
You got a family, but you haven't connected the dot with the man.
I have to soon. Like quite soon.
Alright, let's invite him, Shati.
When I'm invite. I love this guy. Siraphe mahlathini sonke sihamba ngamagaya.
Yazi why nginganinvitanga. I was shy list. Ule what ayazi. Lazi Teargas ngazinvite emshadweni wami. Cabanga mfana ngibhadalela amatafula, ngibhadalele nani. Mfana zange sizwakala, stay sharp, azange sizwakala.
Bani? Oh, mina. Snacks.
Yeah.
Please, uSmax ngayamshadweni wakho wethu yabo.
Okay,
so to my ear man.
No, okay, kuthi ka KO ke nontuza. That's KO nontuza, that's KO nontuza.
Lebu knows ukuthi for me, you know, it's like my extended family. Angithola mawukhuluma ngabojabu, amachika, you know, he knows like chilla song sometimes abo JR, you know, like extended family.
All right. No,
extended family.
I'm sure that to KO.
Angazi ukuthi mina wayangivalela ngaphandle. Izinto zethu zihamba njani. That's okay.
Bana mina ngibhalela ngaphandle kunethomo ngazibheka.
Bafethu ngibhalele ngaphandle live. But it's so good because bekazi ukuthi uma ibe kazombulala ngendwangu.
That's why ngibhalele ngaphandle. Ngiyabonga Themba.
That's my dog.
Just. Easy does it.
Broadcast live